Hamjambo, welcome to our lesson today. In this lesson, we are going to learn the negation of the present tense in Swahili. In our previous lesson, we learned the present tense positive sentences. Now, I will give you some sentence. You write them, and you will use those sentences to negate after our lesson. So the sentence you need to write is kuongea. Kuongea Kiswahili. Kuongea Kiswahili means to speak Swahili. Kuongea Kiswahili. What you need to do is you need to write this sentence in the present tense in Swahili using mimi, wewe, yeye, sisi, nyinyi, wao. Okay? The verb or the sentence is kuongea Kiswahili. So I'll give you the first example. Mimi ninaongea Kiswahili. So do the other 5 remaining. Wewe, yeye, sisi, nyinyi, and wao. Now let's learn how to negate this. Let's learn how to negate this. But before we learn how to negate this, just a brief overview of this table for the present tense with the verb kuandika. Mimi ninaandika, I am writing. Wewe unaandika, you are writing. Yeye anaandika, he or she is writing. Sisi tunaandika, we are writing. Nyinyi mnaandika, you all are writing. Wao wanaandika, they are writing. You see, these are sentences in the present tense Swahili. Now the negative is here. We'll use the verb kusoma to read. We have the positive sentence this side and the negative sentence this side. If I say mimi ninasoma, I am reading. If I want to say I am not reading, I will say mimi sisomi. Sisomi. The marker for the negative part, present tense, is si. Si. When I say si, it means not. I am not reading. Sisomi. But if you are speaking Spanish, si is yes. So my students say si. I say, are you Spanish? Sema ndio. Now, we don't do that here. Okay, sisomi, I am not reading. Wewe unasoma, you are reading. Wewe husomi, you are not reading. You are not reading. Wewe husomi, you are not reading. Yeye anasoma, he or she is reading. Yeye hasomi, he or she is not reading. Sisi tunasoma, we are reading. Sisi hatusomi, we are not reading. Sisi hatusomi. Nyinyi mnasoma, you all are reading. Nyinyi hamsomi, you all are not reading. Nyinyi hamsomi. Wao wanasoma, they are reading. Wao hawasomi, they are not reading. Notice the negative marker for this sentence. For these sentences, mimi will be si, negative. Wewe is who, yeye is her, sisi is her too, nyinyi is ham, wao is hawa, hawa. Sisomi, husomi, hasomi, hatusomi, hamsomi, hawasomi. They are not reading, hawasomi. I want you to notice one more thing about these verbs in the negative sense, present tense. Ninasoma is ending with a. For the negative, it's ending with I. Sisomi. Sisomi. Unasoma is ending with a. Husomi is ending with e. What you need to know is that these verbs in the present tense, the verbs normally end with a, but in negative tense, they end with I. You know, like present positive is ending with a. Present negative is ending with I. The a changes to I. This is true for all verbs of Bantu language origin. We have two kinds of verbs in Swahili. We have verbs that are Bantu. These are verbs that end with a. They end with a like this, you know, a, the English a. But in Swahili we say a. Other kind of verbs are verbs of Arabic origin. Verbs of Arabic origin, they end with I, they end with E, they end with A, they end with U. Example is jaribu. Jaribu means try. Another example is samehe. Samehe means forgive, forgive. Samehe. You see that verb is Arabic origin. Samehe, sameh. We have sali. Sali means pray. In Arabic, salli, salli, salli. It means pray. Another one is which verb from Arabic? Abudu. Abudu means worship, worship. Not the warships like the submarines, no, like to worship, to pray and to worship, So worship is abudu. So that is ending with u. That is Arabic verb. Normally, if it's Arabic verb, the final a will not change to I, or the final o will not change to I. If it's, let's say, ninasali. Ninasali means I am praying. For the negative, it will be sisali. I am not praying. Sisali. But look at these verbs. Ninasoma, sisomi. Unasoma, husomi. Anasoma, hasomi. Tunasoma, hatusomi. Mnasoma, hamsomi. Wanasoma, hawasomi. This is what you need to understand, okay? But maybe I confused you when I mentioned about Arabic verbs. Don't worry about Arabic verbs. There are just few of them, but you might encounter them often. So mostly we have the Bantu verbs. There are a lot of them. They're ending with R. But already you know how to differentiate these verbs. One last thing is that ninasoma. You see the present tense marker is na in the positive form. We don't have that na in the negative forms. Check all the sentences we don't have na. Okay? In the present tense. Most students, they will do what? They will forget and say sinasoma or sinasomi. They will forget and say that. I noticed most students, one time I made a video on YouTube, and in that video I said, students make this mistake of doing this. And I gave an example. And students who watched that video, they made that mistake. Some of them made that mistake. I was like, I mentioned this in the video, and you went ahead, you did that mistake. It happens, and some students forget. Okay? So don't forget. What you need to do, write this in your exercise book, and you need to do a lot of exercise. Do practice with these verbs, negative forms, okay? Wanasoma, hawasomi. Now our verb was kuongea Kiswahili. Kuongea Kiswahili. You need to write, you listed, mimi ninaongea Kiswahili, wewe unaongea Kiswahili, yeye anaongea Kiswahili. Now make those sentences negative. Okay? You can write this sentence in your notebook, and also you can write in the chats, either if it's YouTube or if it's on the website, just write in the chats there or in the comment section, then I'll check out. Okay? The verb was kuongea Kiswahili. There's a note that is there. Notice how the final in the positive sentences changes to e in the present tense negation. You can see this. I said. Okay, more examples are here. Mimi siendi shuleni. I'm not going to school today. Mimi siendi shuleni leo. I'm not going to school today. Wewe husikilizi muziki sasa. You are not listening to music now. Yeye hachezi mpira vizuri. He or she is not playing football well. Sisi hatuendi shuleni leo. We are not going to school today. Nyinyi hampiki ugali. You all are not cooking ugali. Wao hawapigi kelele. They are not making noise. We have another exercise here. Write the negative sentences in the table below. The verb is mimi ninaandika. Mimi ninaandika. How do you say I'm not writing? Wewe unaandika. You are writing. How do you say you're not writing? Yeye anaandika. Negate this sentence. Sisi tunaandika. we are writing. Nyinyi mnaandika, you all are writing. Wao wanaandika, they are writing. Write the negative of the following sentences as well. Okay? Mimi ninajifunza Kiswahili. I am learning Swahili. Wewe unalala sasa. You are sleeping now. Yeye anacheza sasa. Anacheza. Yeye anacheza. He or she is sleeping. Sisi tunalala. You all are sleep. No wait. Sisi tunalala. We are sleeping. Nyinyi mnasoma. You all are reading. Wao wanaimba. They are singing. Wao wanaimba. They are singing. The issue I added, why I added these examples is I want you to make practice. You know, practice make perfect. So if you do these exercises, you'll not forget that tense. The key to Swahili grammar is to do more practice and to try to use those practice in spoken speech. So let's end our lesson. See you in our next lesson. Kwaheri, tutakutana baadaye.